Muy buenas, ¿qué tal estamos? Aquí volvemos en Elden Ring y vamos a continuar justo donde lo dejamos. Mi idea es ir... ¡Oh! Ha muerto. Efísima. Pues nada. Ah, es verdad que tengo para viales, es verdad. No, viales... Vale. Buah, me pide 3 ahora. Ok. Mi idea era... Sí, recto para allá. A ver qué hay por aquí. Hola. Buenas. ¡No! Ha pillado como que protegía con el arma ahí, vale, ok. Hostia puta, ya hay otro, en serio. Ah, no sabía que teníais bastante en vosotros. Está bien saberlo, la verdad. Ah, hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas. Nada, eso venía a ver. He escuchado un ruido y he dicho... El padre. Sí, pues le va a sentar muy bien que su hija esté muerta, ¿verdad? Hola.
Not seen you before.
Ah, ¿no?
Name's Bernard. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order? Yes, you're a Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper Tarnished, like you. There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle. Lost and died. A fine tale, all told, of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword. And the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle. To death itself.
¡Oh! Y te vende... ¡Hostia! Uf, 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 uf.
Not floating your boat. Well, there's...
No es que no me convenza. Es que te las quiero comprar todas, tío. Es que todo lo contrario. Oh, tengo... Dame todo. No sé si las utilizaré, pero por coleccionar.
There you... Well...
Seguimos por este camino. Hijos de puta. Bueno, ahí. Fuck, espérate, espérate. Oh. Cabrón. Recusante. Van con martillo. Jugador efigie roja pequeña, dedo doblado de duelista. Nada más. Vale, espérate, espérate. Que yo quería... ¡Sí! Mocos de fuego. Señor con caballo. Me veo. Hola. Hola. F, 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 invoca. Carne excelsa. A ver. Muy triste estoy, muy triste. ¿Podría ir...? No, es un puto suicidio. Es un puto suicidio, pero lo voy a hacer. Voy a ir donde el dragón. Cuando encuentre una... Una gracia. Gracias. Espera, 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 espera. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Sí, sí, espérate. What?
Oh, my stars! I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. There's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
Pensaba que era un señor que estaba dentro del jarrón, no que era... el puto jarrón.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Oh, that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you.
Puto susto.
And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this. Once again, pleasure is mine. I am the warrior Jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander, in fact. I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of the world. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter? I'm heading east to Redmane.
Sí. Sí. Ya, vale. What the fuck? Tío, el viento, ¿sabes? Acabo de explotar la cabeza, tronco. Y yo podría ir hasta... Oh. Vale, espera. What? Ah, no, coño, eso es donde he ido. Donde me ha dado la chisma para invadir, es verdad, sus gilipollas. Puente de los Santos. Puta, tío. Bueno, no, sin caballo, sin caballo. Espera, que dije de ir donde el dragón, es verdad. Necrolimbo. Un vendedor. Hostia, y tocando música este.
Oh, dear. Am I terribly sorry.
No, ¿por qué?
Are you here as a customer?
Sí, puede. Cuadrigas de fuego.
I must apologize. I'm afraid I've very little to...
Tranquilo. Cuadrigas de fuego. Cuidado con las cuadrigas con cara de gigante de los monjes ígneos. Para deshacerse de ellos basta con atacar con precisión la chimenea que tienen encima. Sin embargo, es poco habitual tener ocasión de hacerlo. Vale, ¿cuántas? 800, perfecto, voy a por el dragón. Bueno, voy a por el dragón, en fin, voy a por el dragón, me parece una... parece una afirmación muy atrevida, la verdad. Pero bueno. ¿Dónde estaba el hijo de puta del dragón? ¡No, no, no! Caballero, no. Ahí está. Sí. ¡Ajá! Como el perrete le envenene. Es verdad, me voy a poner veneno. Uy, como hit. Chao, chao, chao. Chao, 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 chao. Chao, chao. Ojo, que igual imposible no es, Vale, vale, tira, 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 tira. Pégale, por Dios. ¡Ojo que lo tengo! ¡Ojo que lo tengo! No. Bebé. Uy. Hay un nuevo poder draconiano en la catedral de la comunidad. ¿What? Hostia, déjame abrir el mapa, que quiero ver si aquí he estado o no he estado. ¿Qué? ¿What? La catedral de... ¿Eh? Un nuevo poder draconiano... ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Vale, espera un momento. Y quiero también por este camino ver... Tío, a ver. Me siento muy poderoso, que se me va a quitar esa sensación enseguida en cuanto...
someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Earthling, grant me succor! Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but, no. No, the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the True Order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the mist.
Ya lo he hecho, ya lo he hecho.
Commander from Stormvale,
Ya lo he
a
hecho.
fool and plumb mad to boot, simply obsessed with blood.
Ya lo he hecho.
Remarkable.
Sí.
The Knight Commander dead already. Well, a blessing if ever I chanced upon one. Fine work, I say, fine work indeed. I doubt that it was your intention, but the deed is done, and I commend you. Now, this is your reward. Go on. It's yours, for the keeping.
Daga de acero, Auri.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of True Order. Which is why I, Kenneth Height, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch. Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior.
¿Qué me va a mandar a hacer?
Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd Tree's True Order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not? Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort.
En el fuerte.
We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd Tree blessed. Right then, I've much...
Vale, pues vamos al fuerte. Ahora la duda es, ¿habrá sobrevivido lo suficiente? O se habrán cargado en cuanto haya asomado por la puerta. No me reciben a tiros, ¿eh? Es muy posible que haya sobrevivido. O no. Si fuera un prisionero, yo lo pondría por aquí, yo lo tendría por aquí. Pero no parece. Ahí está.
Ah, you, is it?
I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I must begin for a true...
Ok. Pues nada, pues F, la verdad, un poco ahí el... Cae por ahí. Bueno, pues nada, oye, pues bueno. Si no se puede, no se puede. Cuando no está de madre, no está de madre, ¿sabes? LOL. Y una gracia, perfecto. Tercera iglesia de Marica. Aquí me dijeron que había... Vamos, me dijeron una de las notas que le compré a... Aquí. Tercera iglesia de Marica. Vial de médica milagrosa. Es parte de las tierras intermedias. 2 lágrimas de cristal, así... Sí, aquí ya está. Joder, cada vez tengo más cosas. Mezclar médica milagrosa. Restaura la mitad. Restaura pesos durante un tiempo. Aumenta un tiempo la resistencia. Ataques cargados. Significa el daño en una mezcla milagrosa. Joder. Espera, me ponía a hablar con... Melina. ¿Qué pasa?
Spoken echoes linger here. Words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you. Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
Ah, pues nada. Viales, mejorar. Vale. No tengo más, perfecto. Sin carga, sigue ahí. Añadir, no me deja, perfecto.
Always a pleasure. The howl of a wolf in the mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
¿Dónde coño era? ¿Dónde era esa mierda? Creo que era ahí. Espérate. Ahí está, ahí está. Cojo aquí. Y ahora... chasquido de dedo.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe
Hola.
you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do.
Ese no es el
I'll
bosque.
offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale. Darrowell is in need of a...
¿Tengo que volver a hablar con el mercader por algún casual? No, está aquí.
Right. There you are. Not to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
Te quiero.
Oh, yes. I should say, if you venture north to Raya Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you.
Raya Lucaria.
He'll be sure to treat you right.
Al norte de Raya
I owe you
Lucaria.
one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we part in ways. That's enough chit-chat.
Vale, no me pegues, vale. Raya Lucaria, ni puta idea de dónde coño está Raya Lucaria. Sinceramente. Y si no voy a mejorar...
Always a then you met Blythe, did you? Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands. But he's a good egg. I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another.
Ok. Necrolimbo. O sea, mesa. Quiero mejorar... A ver, ¿qué ha pasado aquí? Eso siguen de acuerdo.
Oh, your divinity, have mercy and grant me forgiveness. The road is yet long, a god is not easily felled. But one day without fail you will have your wish. So please grant me forgiveness, Queen Marika. You, is it? I didn't notice you there. I'll be doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your arms.
La piedra de forja... No tengo una piedra de forja. Ah, pues perdón.
Those words were not meant for you. I may be prisoner to you, tarnished lot, but my prayers are mine, and mine alone. Well, I've had my say. I'll be more careful too.
Cerca de Roderica.
The curly boy here. She's crestfallen and can scarcely swing a blade, but she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like her long ago. Their eyes share the same hue.
¿Qué chica ha traído yo aquí? ¿Qué dices? ¿Qué coño eres?
Pleased to meet you. The name's Roger, a sorcerer by trade. But now I'm in this sorry state. I had a little mishap, and now I can't move. As you might guess, it's far from ideal. Ah, I know. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? Time can move rather slowly, stuck here, you know. A little conversation goes a long way. Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it. As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore. Ah, so you've met D.
No sé quién es D.
D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. D was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
What the fuck? Pero qué mierda. ¿Y tú?
Greetings. Nice to see you again.
¡Ah! ¡No
My
murió!
name is Roderica. I should have told you sooner. Isn't this place impressive though? The round table hold, covert quarters of the Two Fingers, and gathering place of champions who vie to become Elden Lord. I never knew the guidance bestowed upon us Tarnished had such fantastic roots, although it's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose. You're telling me I possess some kind of gift? I don't believe you. But if I do have this talent, and goodness knows it would be my first, I suppose I should try to hone it, shouldn't I? I'll ask Master Hugh to teach me. Certainly he does appear intimidating and holds no love for us Tarnished. But I know he's trapped here at the Round Table Hold, so I can tell. He's a gentle soul underneath it all.
Que hable con este.
Back already. No matter. The girl. What about her? Are you out of your mind? Who'd stay with an ugly brute who only knows how to smith? Absurd. Besides, she'd never agree to it. I refuse to believe it. I don't doubt you, but I know when something's too good to be true.
Escucha, habla tú con él. Que a mí no me cree.
If I do have a talent for I suppose I'll ask Master.
Ah, le pediré al maestro que... Vale, perfecto. Voy a hacer una cosa, voy a viajar aquí mismo. Y ahora vuelvo a la mesa redonda a ver cómo ha avanzado esta subtrama. Bello no está.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arms. I spoke with the girl. She has a gift for spirit tuning. So I told her everything I know. I'm indebted to a spirit tuner I met long ago. It was all I could do to honor her. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Y ahora está... ¡Ah, coño! Joder, no te había visto.
Good to see you again. Thank you very much. I have you to thank, don't I? For persuading Master Hugh. I can happily announce that he has taught me the noble toil
Y
of
afinar
spirit
espíritu.
tuning. I'm as yet unsure of what I might be able to accomplish, but if I might be able to help you all, I'd certainly like to try. And if there's any chance to ease the suffering of my dear men who were grafted, well, I certainly must try. Roderica, the Spirit Tune Apprentice.
Afinadora de espíritus en
Pleased to
formación.
make your acquaintance.
Para fortalecer. Oh my god. ¡Ojo! ¡Ojo! Perfecto, lo vamos a dejar de aquí. Así que nada, espero que os haya gustado. Muchas gracias por estar ahí un día más aguantándome. Y en el próximo mi intención es continuar por este puente de por aquí arriba. A ver si lo consigo. Así que nada, de momento hasta aquí. Muchísimas gracias por estar ahí un día más aguantándome. En el próximo ya continuaremos. Gracias y hasta luego.